Okay, so it's been a while since I posted a video on YouTube, and the reason being at first that I had memory issues with my phone, so I had to solve that, and then Wi-Fi access, and then actually talking with the people I meet, I was kind of advised to start posting on TikTok, so I created a TikTok account, and yeah, I started making like little montages and things like that and posting on TikTok. But I also want to continue posting on YouTube, so it's not the same format. So I kind of will have to do both. Um, but yeah, there is a lot to talk about since last video on YouTube, and I won't be able to cover all of it. But yeah, so what happened? I had like a few after the last video, I had like a few, 2 or 3 maybe, kind of like more difficult days, so to say, where one I slept outside, and then like when I slept in a very kind of, I wouldn't say like, was a very kind of not well maintained house, and couldn't take a shower, and the guy was a bit weird, and but everything turned out okay. And then after that I had like a couple nice days staying with two couples in the same town, like a family and a couple. And yeah, that was very nice experience, and was actually sad to leave. um, yeah, I helped one of the couples with their they had bought, uh, they have like another house, and they are kind of like making kind of making it ready for them to move in that new house. And so I helped them a little bit with just like the garden and everything. And yeah, it was a very nice couple of days, a little bit of rest. And yeah, then after that I continued, and ended up in a city called Lisieux, where the French saint lived. And I stayed there actually a whole week. So it was also a very interesting experience, in the sense that so actually wasn't what happened after I left the previous town a few days before. I actually started thinking, because until then I was always staying like 1 or maximum 2 days in the same place. And I started thinking that maybe I should kind of allow myself to to yeah, kind of like open myself to staying longer, kind of like forgetting my own ideas about like how I should travel, and kind of like yeah, maybe taking it easy, and just like allowing experiences to come as they present themselves. And so yeah, when I got to Lisieux, I went to the sanctuary, and I met a guy called Paul, who is a seminarist working there. And I was first hosted in the bishop's house, and for like probably like 2 or 3 nights, and then was moved like to the volunteers. Um, it's like a couple of apartments, like with a lot of rooms, and like a big kitchen and living room and everything. And the first night there was another guy, and then I was alone. So, but it's just like there are like various residences, and in the same building there were like a lot of priests. And yeah, it was actually kind of a full-on week, because I helped them with folding papers, like 12,000 papers, and also cleaning windows and frames for 2 days. And and just like various activities as well. Uh, we went with Paul to Caen and for like a board game uh, evening, and also like there was like a music festival, and Paul also, there was like a guided tour of the basilica, I think, basilica and the Carmel, and so he offered to he offered me to join, and that was very nice as well, kind of being able to climb to in the tower of the basilica and have the whole story, and also the story of Therese's life, and very touching. And so yeah, that was a very nice experience, kind of just being of service, and yeah, and lots of great encounters. It's actually something I really remember. So yeah, that was a nice step on the way, and yeah, then after that I actually decided to hitchhike to the Mont Saint Michel, as like staying there a week. I thought I could kind of cover some kilometers hitchhiking. So I did that and got there like probably late afternoon, and I was very fortunate to actually get there. The night there was a show, like a very nice lights and sound show, and it was very impressive, very beautiful. Um, so yeah, I was actually able to stay on the Mont Saint Michel itself. So there is like a pilgrim's house where they normally offer rooms for 30 euros, but the priest in charge of the house, actually I went like there first time, couldn't talk to him, and then I tried like kind of like hotels and stuff, and where yeah, I've actually tried that a few times already, but until now it hasn't worked. I couldn't um, be hosted in like I would say like commercial housing yet, but I will continue when the occasion presents itself, because I think it will be nice to have that workout at least once. And but yeah, so I went back a second time, and I could talk to him, and he actually gave me like a, wasn't like a room like a sleeping room, but it was like a room, and he gave me like a couple of blankets, and so I could sleep there. Um, and then I started to work on a hiking trail for a couple of days. I did quite a few kilometers. First night I actually slept outside, so since I left, that was the second time I sleep outside, and it was nice. Actually, I didn't sleep very well because I was a bit cold, and sleeping on a bench, but like was too narrow, so it wasn't very comfortable. But the place was nice, the environment, and also I could um, wash myself in the river, which was nice. It was the first time, and it actually, even though it wasn't like very comfortable, it actually made me want to do that more often. So um, maybe I will need to find some gear for that, and it was the first nice experience in that sense. And then yesterday I arrived to a town, and there was another music festival in that town, much smaller than in Lisieux, but still it was very nice to see some animation. And also yesterday was very hot. It was almost like, I think it was 33 degrees, and so I arrived there late, but it was very nice to see that because I knew it would be easier to find a place with like a lot of people, and yeah, I did find a place quite easily, and saw like the bands playing, which was nice, and so yeah, I got here, which is a little bit farther south, so it's actually on kind of on my way, so that's nice, and actually decided to stay here like another day. The guy offered me to stay like for one more day, which is nice to be able to uh, like do some communications and also like post some videos and just rest. So yeah, um, so the plan tomorrow is to get to Rennes and then continue to follow the canals to the southern coast of Britannia. So yeah, um, looking forward to it and just overall enjoying the experience and also learning all the way, and yeah, that's it for now.